Now, this comes into, have you ever been in jail where, I know, but where you know the people that have been in prison?
Yeah,
because they stand and they stand over their food. They don't sit while they eat. They fucking stand. They're like looking. They don't want to, because in prison it's different. In jail, you just all just fucking know you're getting out that
jail. They just hand you something. You're like,
you're getting out Monday, or you're getting out in a week and a half or something. But in fucking prison, when you're in prison, that's a very different thing. There's a fucking
also it's
battleground.
like jail. Everything's like all informal. It's like, hey, we went and got everyone McDonald's. And like, okay.
No, I'm saying like jail though.
You know what?
Like where they're bringing you lunch every day and bringing you dinner every day.
No, I never had to be like an actual inmate.
Oh yeah. This is where you see these people, and you could tell. I remember the last time I was in jail.
I've been there for like 3 days at a time. That's it. That's like the longest.
Yeah, I've only been
so
like
you don't
for
actually,
a week or so.
You don't actually get put anywhere. Like I've just been in like a cell with a bunch of other people.
Sure.
Just, like,
yeah. When you get put into
food,
a pod, first of all, okay, we could talk about this. This is a funny thing because they call your name, right? When you're getting put into your pod or whatever.
Dude, I never had to do that. That must suck ass.
But they're like, Tomas Villarreal. And then the Mexicans are like, over here, bro.
Oh, they say it like that?
Yeah. And then I'm like,
you're looking
at the white guy.
You're sizing up the Aryans.
Yeah, I'm like,
the
which
Mexicans,
one do I go to? I don't know. All right, Mexicans.
Well, it's funny
because the Mexicans usually just have tougher looking motherfuckers. And turns out it usually just is like more... nobody fucks with the Mexicans for some reason. The black guys don't fuck with the Mexicans.
Their gang exists outside of prison also.
Yes.
It's actually a thing.
Yes.
Like the Aryans are like, where do you see them, really? I mean, I'm sure they're somewhere, but...
And in jail, it's not even Aryans, just the white boys. You know what I mean? It's just, everyone's just sort of segregated, but it's like they just get kind of fucking clowned.
When I was in... The one time I went in Chicago for our international audience, there is a notorious
26 in
California, and
I've never actually been there.
Oh really?
Nope.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
I know. Everyone I know that's been there is like, dude, holy fuck.
You want to talk about scared straight, dude?
Yeah.
I when I got out of that place, I was like, I'm
doing anything
dude, I'm
ever
never
again.
coming back here.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna commit my crimes in Will County from now on. DuPage. Yeah. And but no. So like going in there, it was just a giant thing that we were in, and I think I was only in there for
General Pop
for maybe like 20 hours, 22 hours, something. And anyways, because I got transferred from a different place where I was by myself in a cell, and they were literally like torturing me.
Nice.
they I remember when they threw me in the cell. This was in Brookfield, Illinois.
Brookfield's fucking horrible,
dude. They're psychos. Yeah. First they beat me up.
All of the Cook County suburbs are fucked up.
Oh yeah, because
they're trying to live up to some sort of standard.
They have a complex. And
they do. Yeah. They're like the little brother.
Right. Yeah.
They are.
And so they beat me up, fucking stomp on me, all this shit.
Yeah.
Throw me around in the water and stuff, and I'm just like, oh Jesus. And then
isn't it funny how you just eventually in those situations you're just like, I guess I can't do anything.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, like you're just like, hey, yes, I just got to do this.
Dude, there was a guy pointing.
For a bit.
There was a guy for trespassing. Basically, what amounted to trespassing. I hadn't stolen anything. I hadn't done anything. I was like looking at. There was.
How old were you?
I'll tell you this exact story of what happened. I was really drunk. I had just finished my first album. Called Ghost Factory on Planet Island. Just finished it that day. We had just gone. Okay, it's ready to master. And I went and got a bottle of booze, and I lived in Brookfield, and I started fucking celebrating, right, by myself, just
celebration, baby.
Yeah, right. Well, because the guy that was producing the album for me, just
was doing heroin.
He also just dropped me back off at home. He's like, "No, I got to go home and stuff." I see. So no one else was there, so I just started getting drunk by myself. Eventually, I decided I just want to go out and walk around, and it was like kind of like drizzling out. It was kind of like nice and shiny everywhere.
A nice London evening.
Yeah, it kind of was like that. And I thought, I'm gonna go out and walk around, and I just grabbed like a backpack, some weed, whatever the fuck, and I'm walking around, and I walked past this like junkyard kind of place or whatever. It was like next to a place where they remodel cars.
A scrapyard, probably.
Yeah, like scrap area.
Yeah.
And I saw they had these like really old stoves and like cool like old.
And somehow Vinny's interest is peaked.
Right. So I'm really drunk. I'm like 25, and I wanted to look at these old stoves and shit. So I decided to just hop over this. I'm like, nobody will give a shit, you know? And so I hop over there. I'm looking around, and then they had all these like classic cars. So I'm like, what am I going to steal a car? And it was, you know what I mean? No, I wasn't. Though.
No, but
I'm just walking around like, oh, this is awesome. This shit's cool, you know? And then
that's one of the first things my dad did for them.
What?
Steal cars.
It happens. I know people steal cars,
like
but
13 or something.
You don't have to prove to me that it's possible to steal cars. But literally, dude, I don't know how to steal a car. And all I might have ever possibly taken was there's a pile of scrap, and I just saw like stuff from the 30s and 40s that was like little like ornamental pieces of metal and stuff. You know what I mean? Not worth anything.
Sure.
I just might have grabbed one of those, thrown it in my bag. I didn't yet. But anyways, like fucking 6 cops pull up, right? And they're fucking pointing guns at me, and I'm like, you know,
oh shit,
dude. Here's the thing: they were serious cops, and I was from Downers Grove, where the cops were all fucking cartoony and shit. Yeah. And so I didn't know about cops just fucking pulling up silent with no headlights.
Oh yeah. When they actually want to get the guy.
Warning, dude. So all of a sudden there just are all these cops around me, and I'm just like, oh no. I'm like,
guns drawn,
and still at that point, I'm like, okay, what am I really doing? I hopped a fence. Sorry,
yeah,
you know. And
how wrong you were.
And so guns drawn, dude. And I'm like, holy shit, guys, it's no big deal. You're trying to talk to them, and you're like, they're people, and you're like, guys, I'm not. We're cool here. I'm gonna come over the fence, talk to you, whatever. And I had put some cardboard because it was barbed wire, right?
Get the fuck on the ground.
So it was.
Were they doing that though?
Hold on. This actually makes me a little more fucked up because it was a barbed wire fence that I went over.
Okay.
And I had thrown just like a cardboard box over it.
It's a good idea.
And and again, I didn't steal anything. They didn't find anything on me, whatever.
Sure.
But so.
But you're trespassing.
Yeah, and they're holding their guns to me, and they go like, "Get back!" You climb over the fence, and I go, "Can I go over here to where I put the cardboard?" And they're like,
"They go no,
fuck no, dude." So I had to tear my whole shit up. Right, all my clothes were all torn up, and I had these giant gashes all over me because it's like fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, you know what? And I could live with that. That I might deserve. All right. Do you know what I mean? Like that would be to me an appropriate punishment. Yeah, breaking into somebody's place or not breaking, not breaking.
Fuck
but
your
like,
shirt, fuck your skin.
Yeah, exactly. I could deal with that.
That's fine.
Then they fucking grab me, and there's a guy with like literally like his gun pressed to my head, and he's going, "If you make a fucking move," he's like, "I swear to God, move one fucking muscle, I'll blow your fucking brains out," like screaming in my ear and shit like that. And I'm like, guys, this is really over the top here. You know what I mean? Like this is, and I'm not exaggerating at all.
Now this is reminding me of the Seinfeld SNL when he was in Oz. That's what this is reminding me of.
Which one?
So Seinfeld hosted SNL once, and they did the skit where he was in the prison Oz from the show Oz.
Oh no, it was just like over the top. Like,
but it was like him doing his sign, like, "Come on, guy." You know,
that's
he was
kind
like,
of what it was like, dude.
Well, good luck with all of that, and like just walk, you know, that type of shit. Well, this is what I'm picturing.
You know,
when you're like,
come
on, guys.
When you're like a reasonably, when you're somebody who's used to being kind of good natured and being
you're white,
being able to reason with people or that, you know
what I mean.
Being able to reason with people is something. And then you're in that situation, and you think it's like, guys, no, you think you could explain something to somebody? No, it's not
gonna happen.
You know, it's not happening. And then so they throw me on the ground, and they start fucking twisting my arms up behind me. Oof. And I had this like thing of like, I'm not gonna fucking make a sound. I'm not gonna make a sound because I know, dude, I know that's what they wanted, and they kept pushing and they're all standing there laughing and like literally just torturing me and like pulling my arms up until I finally like cried. Like eventually was like and they all like ha ha ha, and then they're like,
gotcha.
They're like pushing my face in a fucking puddle with their boots and shit, dude. I swear to God, they were fucking cruel as fuck. And then they throw me in a cell.
This is what cops used to do.
Yeah, dude.
This was a normal kind of.
So they throw me in a cell in Brookfield, and I hear them all laughing, and they go, "Turn the fucking thermostat all the way down," because I was all wet and it was cold out. And so they throw me in a fucking cell and turn everything down to like 50 degrees or whatever, and just left me in there shivering and get no blanket, not even the fucking mattress pad. I was laying on wires, dude. Just laying on wires.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, they did you fucking dirty
oh my God,
shit, dude.
They fucking treated me, dude.
Yeah, then, that's fucking treated.
And then I was there for like 3 days and or 2 days, and then I had to go to 26 in California for the last day. And then the whole part of the beginning of this, when I
is that you were like, I want to be back there.
When no, I was happy to get the fuck away from these psychopaths, dude, because they were berating me.
Oh, yeah,
like
I
they
guess
hated
so.
me. They were like, "You're a fucking piece of shit thief." I was like, "I didn't steal anything." Even I was like, "I might have taken."
Yeah, what did I take?
I'm like, I would maybe have taken like a cool piece of scrap metal that I wanted to do.
Or like, what if it was?
Because literally, I wanted something to make art out of. That's what I was looking
Like,
for.
what if it was
like,
one of those like conical rear view or like rear lights, like a brake light? If you found one of those, that'd be cool
something
as
like
shit.
that? Cool. Yeah. Whatever. It was literally shit that they were gonna have the Mexican scrap guys pick up. You know what I mean?
Why they got to be Mexican?
Like 40 cents, because I don't know why. I didn't tell them they had to, but they are. They always are. Anyways,
They are.
Especially in Brookfield.
They are.
Yeah, and no. So then they take me to 20. And
Dude, what if I would have become a scrap guy? Like, what if my life would have went to the Mexican side more, and then that's what I do now?
That actually wouldn't be a bad gig.
I mean, no, that sounds like a piece of shit gig.
Tom, what you got to understand about that gig?
I would have done it with my feet, though.
Freedom. You're on the open road. Just you and a guy with 4 other possible names.
2 social security numbers.
Right. Yeah. No, but so then we
Okay,
go to,
go.
we go to 26. The original race thing is when you go there into the big cell. There is nobody telling you what to do.
You know.
You just know what to do. You see, it's very clear, dude. It's like we have our corner. So I walk over, and it's like, no offense to anyone else, but I guess this is where I'm supposed to go. And I mean, tried not to.
Did you say that?
No.
I
But
mean,
that's
were
what
you
you're-
like that?
That's what you're thinking. Well, no, because I did talk to some of the Mexican guys, and eventually, after like 8 hours, everybody starts loosening up.
Yeah.
And there is some like
Yeah, there's intermingling.
intermingling. Yeah.
But if
And,
anything happens, it's just then you back your.
if anything had happened, we were dead. There,
Yeah.
there was like 4 of us, dude. And one guy.
Just white boys?
Just 4. All right, here's what it was.
Oh,
it
you're
was, it was
fucked,
me,
dude.
and it was one heroin addict from Naperville. Like
He's not doing shit.
like the kind of guy that listens to like Elliott Smith. He was like a fucking like kind of just like downtrodden punk from Naperville. And then there was 2 Polish guys that barely spoke any English that got
Well, they'll
arrested.
help.
But here's why
They'll help.
here's why they were in there, because they were taking a boot off of their car and they got caught.
Nice.
I know.
Okay, those guys will fucking help, dude.
Yeah,
Those
I mean,
Eastern Europeans, man, don't fucking. They took over the shit.
but there was like 30 black guys.
Yeah, you're
and
fucked
like 20
still.
Mexican guys.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, we were fucked. Like, if anything, but it wasn't like that. And nobody got sentenced yet. Nobody's even been to arraignment. You know what I mean? Nobody was trying to do anything. It was
Sure.
like, and plus, nobody had anything. You just literally just got stripped of all your belongings
Yeah.
and sat down there. You know.
Yeah.
And so there was no reason for anybody to fight or do anything. You know.
Did it
So,
stink?
yeah, it's disgusting. The toilet.
Because
is,
that's always what I heard.
here's what's fucked
is
up.
that the whole thing fucking reeks.
We're in there for like 20 minutes.
and I've heard it's because of the amount of homeless people that are brought in there.
Okay, there are
Actually.
people that are way too comfortable in this environment.
Yeah.
We were in there for like 20 minutes, and this dude, he was like a black guy, like one of those guys that's like super fucking like jacked, but like crack style.
Oh,
Where you're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
crack
guy-
muscle.
You're like, that guy looks strong as shit.
Yeah.
but like not in
But
a
like
good,
you
not in
could
a good
really
way.
punch through them.
But I don't know. You never know. So like some people are so fucking comfortable in this environment. This guy, we're in there for like 20 minutes, and he just like gets up from the bench. There's a toilet. I hadn't even fucking really processed the fact that there's a
There's
toilet,
a toilet
in the
there
middle
and a fucking and a
Here's-
drinking fountain
Here, tell me this is not purposely demeaning.
on the same thing though. But go
Yeah,
on.
right. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's where you get your water and you drink.
Like, you
from,
have to
but you also shit there. It's
You
like,
have to drink water off the back of the toilet while the
Yeah,
guy's
it's like,
shitting.
come on, man. What the fuck are we
No,
doing?
but tell me this isn't purposely demeaning. The toilet in this giant cell is in the middle of the fucking.
Of course
I'm
it
telling you, the middle of the room. So I never used it the whole time
Sure
I was
you
there.
didn't.
I really didn't.
Jerked off in it?
I'm gonna actually 95% of people never used
What
it.
what a ball,
but-
what kind of a balls move would it be to just go over there and jerk off in the toilet?
I mean, that might have been one of the only ways to start a fight, to be honest. But no, so this dude,
Oh my
we're in there
God.
for like 20 minutes. This like older black dude, to me at the time, he was older. He's like probably your age. But he just walks over and just fucking
Shit
And
now,
just-
boys.
giant loud shit in front of everybody. And nobody's going to say, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you got to do that, I guess. And dude, talk
Yeah,
about
it's the only place to do it.
dehumanizing. You know what I mean? It's fucking.
Oh yeah, anytime somebody
Like-
takes a shit in the toilet while you're in the cell
And
with
this
them,
is
it's
before
not great.
this is before you've been proven guilty.
Sure. Oh, none of it's every time I've ever been in jail, it's like going up to a court date, or you know what I'm saying? You haven't been, yeah.
Right, yeah. 99% of your jail, well, actually 100% of my jail time is
100%. I've never been
pre-trial.
Have I gone ever? Oh, yeah. I did.
You've been sentenced?
I went to court once with a suit on. Because I always go with a suit on.
First mistake.
No, fuck that. Dude, I've gotten out of some shit. But I look good.
Because of your suit.
No, maybe not because of the suit, but I'm saying I go there, I'm respectful. I look the part.
Yeah.
I play the fucking part.
I try to do the middle thing where like I don't like them to think that I'm trying to fool them.
No.
So
but I be very like sincere, but not like sincere. You know how to act.
Yeah. Well, I wear
a mustache.
Said this for years. Like
I wear a mustache. I say scene afterwards.
Sure. Yeah. Welcome to my theater. They're like, oh, Jesus.
They're like, all right, case blah, 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 blah. Yeah. You were accused of that. And I'm like, well. Well.
You know how you put on a show.
Mustache.
You know, you just get them eaten out of the palm of your hand.
Where did you get that mustache?
No, but
anyways.
I do the middle thing where I put on like not anything just like maybe middle of the road like button down shirt.
Fuck that.
Jeans.
I go fucking $900 suits, so they know they're not gonna just bamboozle me. I get a good lawyer.
Really?
Oh yeah. 100%.
See, I have
Hickey Freeman, Nordstrom, fucking $900.
I've seen so many people do that, and I've seen
watch, but also. Look, man. Or not look, man. I don't say that.
Look, man.
Yeah. What do you even think I'm doing here?
You think
there's some reason that someone just pulled me in off of an odd night?
Like a judge is going to see you in a new outfit and excuse your behavior?
My God, man. Come to terms with what kind of a person you are. Anyways. No, I do that, though. I go straight.
I used to.
But anyways, I go into court, and my dad drove me there because I had a fucking feeling. I was like, here's my keys. I gave him my shit. And then I went up, and I stood before the judge, and blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, take the defendant into custody. I was like, God damn it, I knew it. And they handcuffed me, and then they brought me in the back, and then I had to take my suit off. But here's the thing is then, this is what you don't think of, is now when you get out of jail, all you have is a suit to put on. And now you look fucking deranged. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because your face and hair and everything looks like you just were in jail for a bunch of days.
Suit and unkempt.
But now you're wearing a suit. Like, now you look homeless.
If you're unkempt, you want to be in just cheap clothes.
Have anything else but
then
suit.
It makes sense. Nobody will look at you twice.
Yeah.
Suit and unkempt?
Oh, it's a bad look.
Obviously insane.
Awful. Yeah. Dude. You look like you're either going to be ranting about the fucking Lord.
Right.
Or possibly asking for some sort of, not money, probably like a fucking fish
or like
something.
You ranted a little too hard about the Lord. But
yeah, I just remember the feeling, and it was one of those times where you kind of know it's probably going to happen because I didn't do some stuff. You know what I mean? And
you never know.
I missed some shit. Or
sometimes
whatever.
There's a judge. You ever been to court when like they're just
just get the jolly guy,
but they're calling a string of people and like
every one of them's horrible.
20 people in a row are like.
And then you're like,
I didn't not do mine, not my shit.
You're like,
and they're just like, yeah,
I did.
And
I am gold.
I'm like, I did most of it.
Yeah.
I should be good here because there's always.
Where you
something.
just watch the fucking wave of just the degeneracy,
dude. There's so many people that like. I've seen so many people stand in front of a judge and try to explain like how their sister was supposed to give them a ride to community service, but she had
had 3 months
diabetes or whatever.
They always do that thing where it's like you've had 3 months.
In the time that it took you to concoct this story,
you could have done it.
Could have just fucking done it.
Yeah, you could have done it already. You're in the building.
I know. We
needed to
we
go.
think it took them 100 hours to make up a story. But yeah, dude. What's the most you ever had? I think I had 100 hours of swap. It was,
I don't remember the hours
for that one. Oh no, that was something else. No. Oh, whoa!
I got Cook County swap and I got DuPage County swap.
Yeah, I had DuPage.
I'll say Cook was better in a way. It was fun.
I bet they were more laid back.
Also, there was this some dude called himself Animal. He was like this old biker dude, and he was like, "I know you're old man," because he heard my name. I was like, "What?" And he did.
Oh, no
he knew
shit.
like a couple of my uncles and my dad and whatever. And then there was also a couple of people that like I sort of knew through people that were like on my, you know what I mean? So it was a weird. It was
Swap
like, oh, this
is
kind of fun.
Swap is like an amazing group of people because
It's insane.
because you will find like here's what's weird about it is it's all criminals, but it's all people that they thought didn't maybe belong in prison. So so it's like you're more intelligent, more
you're probably going to be able
criminals.
to do something eventually.
So when I was in Swap, I met this really interesting girl. She was a Mexican girl. And
Was she a magician?
she heard me. No, she heard me talking about a guy was talking about the Freemasons, and I was talking about the Illuminati and whatever the fuck. What little you knew back then,
Sure.
before the internet was good.
Yeah.
You know, and so she goes, "Hey, you ever heard this book, Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper?"
You're like, I read it.
No, I didn't know about it.
Oh, you did?
I was 18.
She was the first one?
Yeah, I was 18. And
Ooh.
this Mexican girl that I talked to in Swap, she's like telling me all about this book. She's like, all the stuff you're talking about, you would be really interested in this. And this became, for anyone who doesn't know, like
His life.
Well, yeah, it shaped a lot of things for me. Yeah,
That's insane.
and who knows who that girl was?
That's who fucking-
I wish I knew who that was. Yeah,
Dude, you got to find out. She's probably
I wonder if it's public record.
suicide.
You know, I wonder if I could find that out. But so. Yeah, right. She killed herself by shooting herself in the head
in the chest
37 times.
Yeah, with a shotgun.
Right.
While hung.
But no, so yeah, there's this girl and I had thought about, and back then you had no money too. I was 18, I was so broke, and a book was like $35, which you made.
Oh, yeah.
You made $5 an hour at work, so it was like
No thanks.
Yeah, like after taxes,
I
that's
need
like
weed, though.
more than a full day's work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
right.
no. I need
Dude,
weed.
imagine that. Like if that's like. If a book for how we are now, like if a book was like $300,
Dude, you know what one of the
Like,
most exciting things about the internet was always to me? Is that I can just go get books. Like, not buy them.
amazing. Do you remember
my
when-
whole life?
You remember when you figured out you could download a PDF?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god!
Where I could just be like,
Yeah.
okay, behold the pale horse PDF, and then
Yeah.
you'll find it, and you're gonna
Yeah.
like, oh, download, and then I would just have these libraries of books that I wouldn't read, but in my soul, it felt good for some reason.
I want people.
I was like, I can get these.
people know that I have these.
Yeah,
That's what's important.
No, but nobody knew I had those. That's what the bookcases are for.
right? Yeah, I know.
I always had those,
But then
just
Then why are you telling us about it now?
so everyone knows.
Just
because
so they know that you took the time to download the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah.
that was it.
Anyways, that happened in Swap. And then there was a bunch of funny shit that happened in Swap. I remember one time, one of the funniest things I ever heard people say.
Dude, I got a funny one from Swap.
There was just one of those times where like once in a while the cops, who knows what they were doing, fucking around in the office. Probably,
Of course,
whatever.
they're fucking on swap duty.
They
dude.
don't want to be doing it.
They don't want
Yeah.
to do. This is
And-
the lowest form of anything.
right. So
They hate it.
So they don't give a shit, and sometimes they just leave you all in a warehouse for like 2
Dude,
hours
fucking-
and just be
It's
like,
like, move these chairs back and forth.
right.
And they
It's-
leave.
dude,
You're like, what the fuck?
for
Okay, I
real.
guess. I know they really do that.
they really would take us to
It's
a
just
giant building,
nonsense.
and they'd have you move furniture from one thing, and then everybody would do it,
and then like
have you
sweep,
move
oh,
it
no,
back.
but they'd have you like sweep under it and
or
then
something.
move all of it
And then
back,
move it back,
and then
yeah,
do
yeah.
it for 50 fucking times that day. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the day, you're like, we have accomplished nothing.
But then sometimes they would just leave you all alone for like 2 hours in a warehouse, and
Dude, how fucking
they would check
hard
out-
do all the dudes hit on the few girls that are in
back
swap?
then?
It's insane.
Dude,
the
all right.
fucking sexual tension in swap.
So when they left us alone,
It's insane.
Oh, and SWAP, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about,
Is
this
Sheriff's
the Sheriff's Work Alternative
Program.
So this was back in the 70s. They used to throw everyone in prison constantly. So then they developed this program that was like, hey, people that
Don't seem
show
like they should-
potential,
yeah.
that maybe don't seem like complete fucking losses, we'll give them this opportunity to work off their debt to society.
Like the
So they give
Darrell,
you,
what's his name?
who?
Darrell.
Oh, Darrell Brooks.
Yeah,
the guy
like
that-
him.
Like he should have gotten swap. Oh my god! All right, so so it would be like 100 hours of picking up trash.
Yeah, you have
going
to
around,
put on a jumpsuit,
working
or
at government
vest
buildings.
or-
Sometimes they just
yeah.
have you wash police cars all day.
They
That
tried to
was
get me to
that
paint
was the
shit. I was like,
fucking
I'm not
worst.
painting it.
Oh, I did painting. You know
No.
why? Because
I'm not doing it. I'll go clean the fucking sheriff's.
I'm going to tell you right now, you fucked up. Because I learned right away when they come in and ask who's a painter. I always said I'm a painter, and I had no idea what I was doing. Obviously, you know that. I had no clue. But what I learned is when you said you were. So if they say plumber, say yeah, I'm a plumber. Just say yes to anything because you will get taken on the special trip.
Oh, see, I always said just say no to everything.
See, you would.
I did fuck up.
You would get because you would get broken down into like a group of 5, and whoever took you there would
leave.
They would leave.
Oh yeah,
and they would just leave, and they would. Just
I did hear that actually.
You were like trustees.
Yeah, I did hear that. Actually.
So now you could smoke. You could go out. So you could figure shit out, whatever you know, and
now. Okay,
yeah,
so when I did swap in Cook County. I just basically became a trustee because here's the thing is, first of all, my charges on that one on paper looked pretty fucking bad. You know what I mean? I was like, anyways, it doesn't matter.
How'd they look in real life?
In real life, it wasn't great either. Right?
I bet.
Yeah, it wasn't great. But either way. But when they would, so it was 2 officers, Brian Foster and Officer Gatman. Officer Gatman, it became clear very quickly that he was the nephew of a judge or something like that. Some woman that got him onto the force.
Okay.
Everyone there knew it. All the cops fucked with him constantly. It was funny as shit, but it made him resentful. So then he would be a fucking dick to us. Right. So this is a funny story. We're out with Gatman. Now Foster was okay. He was like a dude that was on SWAT shit. You know what I mean? He was much more laid back because he had real shit going on. So he was the one that was like, Villarreal, what the fuck? He's like, I'm reading your charges. This does not seem like the person that I've had. You know what I mean?
Are you not going to reveal your charges?
No. Are you sure? No, it wasn't. It's nothing bad.
Well, then tell us.
Well, it all stemmed from a thing where me and my buddy went and kicked this guy's door down. All
right, so you got an altercation. We could leave it at that.
They were sleeping.
I just want to know the nature. It's not like fucking embezzlement.
Sure. No. Yeah. It was a violent.
It was an altercation.
It lasted a long time. Things happened.
Okay, you didn't have to say that. But go ahead.
But anyways, Foster was like, eventually was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, because we would just talk, and he was like, dude, you're a normal guy. What is this? How did you get these? You know, he was confused about it. But he basically, by the end of it, was just like, you guys do that, and he'd be like, Villarreal, just make sure they're doing it. And I'm like, all right, yeah. Got it. Animal, pick that shit up quicker. Fuck face.
Do you know how much Animal hated you?
Oh yeah, they all hated me immediately.
I like that you immediately just became. Like,
I loved it.
Like a little Nazi.
Yeah, I give me a badge.
Do you think you would have been a Nazi like in Germany?
I think every single one of us would have been. At
really?
This point.
Well,
every
person, I guess it happened, right? I mean,
yeah, all of them became Nazis.
No.
Yeah, it's a very hard thing not to if everyone does something.
Dude, once it gets going.
Like, once everyone does something, you're probably going to... I mean, we wouldn't probably have been. That's a good point, though. We might not have been, because we actually go against that a lot of times. When everyone does something, we're like idiots.
What would we have done? Well, like, for real. If that really happened, what would you do? Like, if it starts...
If we're in Nazi Germany...
Well, if it starts getting really crazy...
Or here. Well, are you saying if it started now?
Because people worry about it, but, like, what... I mean, I don't really think it's that realistic in the modern age, but, like...
Let me get another hit of that pen.
What... Oh, I dropped it.
Did you?
Like, a while ago. But I'll find it. But what... You can answer my question. What do you... think like what if there was like an
I have a couple questions, but I'll go on this.
If there was an active genocide,
so now,
let's say the precursors were happening, and we're starting to round people up. What do you do?
I think we're too ingrained in the other side.
We already had this conversation, actually.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Like, what do you do if the
no? That was if there was an apocalypse.
Yeah.
This. Yeah, I mean, I think both you and I are too ingrained in the other part of it.
I thought you were going to say too handsome for the concentration camp, but
no. I think if they could get us in there, they'd like it.
Right?
They don't like people like us.
Just handsome enough for Auschwitz. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have been doing a show how to come out in a fucking dress.
Just handsome enough to be gassed. That's our motto.
All right, give me that thing.
Oh, there you go.
But anyways, god damn it, we totally fucking went away from what I was saying.
This is why we stopped drinking on the show, yeah.
It is. Now, Foster put me as a fucking trustee. Gatman was a cunt. He was just a dick. All the other fucking... I
see.
All the other cops fucked with him constantly. They all just like ribbed him for being like just ushered onto the force, even though he's a dumb... And he was like a fat pear-shaped fucking douchebag that just couldn't really... He would like drop everything. He was literally was like a sitcom character, right?
Okay.
So
just
this one time...
Uncoordinated and shit?
He fit the bill all the way across. You know what I mean? Everything that they were... It was like these lucky fucking people had this character just dropped in their lap to just ridicule, you know? And it all made sense.
Okay.
So anyways, we're off fucking, they got us, you know, picking up garbage or doing whatever the fuck over on Lee Street or D Street. And it's one of them.
Yeah. One of those.
They're both right next to each other.
One of those letters. Lee or D.
But so we finished for the day. We're going to get back on the highway. Now we're in that big bus. You know what I mean? The big white fucking bus.
Oh yeah,
Cop bus.
Yeah, and it would have like a spray painted stencil, like Cook County on the side of it, or whatever.
It was the Gray Goose. Son. Yeah. But so it starts snowing, and it starts snowing heavily, and it's like the fucking slippery ass snow, and it's coming fucking down where you can't see shit.
Yeah.
Now we're on the highway in this fucking bus, and Gatman's driving, and some fucking asshole in a little rice burner, fucking little tuner, fucking flies past us, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Classic
I'm a cop.
Yeah.
He's like, he doesn't see I'm a cop, and he turns the little fucking blue light on
the bus.
On the bus,
get the fuck out of here!
On the bus, and starts chasing this guy.
Gatman
in a bus with all of us on it, and we're like, "What the fuck is this idiot doing?" And he's fucking flying. Now he's going like 90. Serious? I swear to God,
really?
He's going 90. He can't catch this car.
Is he calling it in?
Yes,
he's got to be calling it in.
He's calling it in. There's no way you're catching this.
He's
car.
calling the other Smokies.
Yeah, no.
To come out and deal with the situation.
But here's the thing. I don't even think he did that. I think he knew that he was so out of line in even doing this. But it was his ego. He couldn't not do it. So anyways, eventually we're fishtailing, all of us in the back. Every one of us SWAT fucking idiots are screaming at this dude. Like, dude, fucking stop the goddamn... What the fuck are you doing?
Have you no respect for the rule of law, sir?
Yeah, dude. So anyways, this dude tried to get in a fucking high-speed chase in the SWAT bus.
How long did this go on for?
Probably 5 minutes.
No shit.
And then you just see the car disappearing. He's never going to get it.
So it just got away.
Yes.
And he eventually gave up?
Yeah, that's basically what happened.
And then what did he say?
It never was acknowledged.
God, what a fucking...
Never acknowledge it.
That's how they were back then? They were those like super fucking... what do you even call that?
Even keeled. That's what you call it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is. Like what do you call that trait of like people that will be like...
Sociopath.
Yeah, it's like sociopathic detachment.
Yeah.
You know, where like, that's how I remember cops, right? The new cops are so easy. They're so weird.
When you're able to subhumanize people in a snap, that's sociopathic.
Yeah.
That is. That's like when you're able to be like, nope.
So do you remember how dealing with cops was like, it was like dealing with... like just like a really psychotic old drunk all the time, even when they were sober. Like they would just talk in loops and like be confrontational about everything.
Constantly.
And nothing made made any sense. It didn't have to make sense.
Yeah, it didn't have to. And you were made to think that you were the idiot for not understanding why it wasn't making sense.
Right. And now that they've been on video enough times,
they can't.
And the whole world has been like, you guys are fucking stupid.
It's pretty funny.
Like, it's great the way it's
pretty
changed.
funny.
The new cops are hilarious. Like,
I just got an Uber back
I know, dude. Me and you both a few times in the past few months have both been like in situations where we talked about. Like I was in one not long ago where neither one of us really wants to go into a lot.
No, we won't. We don't have to. But if
uh,
you have an altercation with cops now, it's very different.
I was in one not long ago where I have a video that's not going to be shown here.
It'll never be
shown. But I showed Tom the video, and he goes, "Dude, if you did this 15 years ago, they would have
beat the fuck out of you. You might not have made it out.
Yeah, because I was talking to them in a way that was like it was insane when we were kids. You wouldn't have done it. Like
you would do it, but you knew what was coming.
Yeah,
you would do it. There's still you would have still done it.
Yeah,
you would have, but you knew what was coming. It wasn't this. You know what I'm saying?
So
this wasn't what was coming. This is insane. This is the softest cops I've ever seen.
They've gotten so tame. It's amazing.
It's awesome, but it's also not awesome because then now we're old to the point where like we're not really doing anything that bad. But there are people out there that are doing shit that is fucking terrible that I don't need to fucking.
Okay, but here's what.
So this is a weird place
but
that I'm at.
That's a bullshit thing that they've done is try to equate those things. Like you should have never been bullying everyone in the first place, and now that you're not allowed to just randomly bully everyone, you're gonna stop enforcing the crimes that actually do matter.
Yeah, until they can do it again.
Talk about a drunk dad. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like
well, then I'm not gonna pay the electric.
Yeah. You guys are mad that we constantly harass and bully fucking.
Oh,
you ever been?
Oh, no, wait, no, the drunk dad though. Like, oh, you don't like me hitting you? Well, then I'm not going to pay the electric.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like, no, but
everyone hates us. Well, then fine, we won't do anything.
Yeah.
Well,
how about just stop doing the piece that everyone hates?
My uncle, who's been on the show, the defense attorney. Yeah. He's been around fucking 40 years. All right, once you're there,
he's 40. He looks good.
Yeah, he's been in the fucking in those circles that long, and so once you're there that long, you really do get a lot of perspective and inside kind of information, and you know what I mean. It's like
I got something weird. Go on.
But so a couple years ago, when all this shit was going on with riots and stuff,
sure,
I remember him telling me, he's like, well, cops is like, they're not gonna do shit anymore. And he told me he told me that before it was a story. He's like, they're about to just stop doing everything because he
was right.
Yeah. But see the difference
but here's the thing.
For me, I see like a classic abuser in that situation. I'm like, oh, okay, this is your maudlin fucking. This is how when an abuser
your hand wringing
when an abuser is called out, they turn themselves into a victim. Oh, you don't like us, and then see. And here's another classic abuser thing: see if anyone else will protect you.
Yeah. But also, here's the thing, though.
When were you protecting?
But here's the thing:
psychopaths.
But who else will, though? That's the actual question.
They won't, and
but
no one will.
Though.
Who's protecting us right now?
But they were, though.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
They never were.
Yeah. Then why wasn't crime literally everywhere?
It is.
No. It was not. And it isn't still.
I mean, I've been a one-man crime spree for several decades.
Because you're smart.
Yeah.
Because we know how to get away with shit.
Smart enough to talk about it online.
Yeah. No, but dude, there is an invisible fence there.
What do you mean?
That they make just by being
I know what you mean, but
there is.
What if this? What if it was...
No, I know. What if there's a lot of better possibilities? There's a lot of idealistic shit.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is you can't just be like, yeah, let's get rid of that. Because then mayhem fucking gets there.
I don't know if that's true.
Oh, 100%, 1,000,000% know it's true.
I agree there would be growing pains, okay? But what if it was that we had to settle on an idea where the average person stopped? Because, all right, here's what I always said. Right now...
Hold on, we're going to keep going because it's almost 3 hours. I'll keep going. Nobody's around. I don't really
That's fine. I don't care. We could finish... Well, my last...
Actually, there's a few people here. I'm going to go... Yeah.
Let me say my last point. Is that, like... right now, no one. Who's protecting us? If we're protecting ourselves right now, there's no if anyone actually wanted to hurt us, they could come in and do it.
Before you even get into that, I can stop this right now.
What?
If somebody was on the porch with a gun, who are you calling? Are you calling no one, or are you calling the police? Because the police are going to show up with shotguns.
I'm probably going to call David Box.
I wouldn't. I would call the police because I'd be like, fuck, I hope they don't get my fucking door. I don't know who this is. They have guns.
I don't call the police.
I would call the police in this instance because they will show up with shotguns. And then it'll maybe be evened out.
I would probably rather run out the back door.
Yeah,
hide over in the trees.
I don't think you would.
No, hide over in the trees. Figure out who it is, and assess the situation.
So, but what I'm saying is, in that you see what I'm saying.
They might have a perfectly.
You see what I'm saying?
They might have a perfectly reasonable explanation.
Yeah, at my door, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something that came back from my past to haunt me.
Tom, you asked me to bring this shotgun over.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to buy it, and now you're looking out
Cops
there
show
like,
up. Ah! Oops, that's mine.
We were at the bar last night. You told me to bring it over.
Idiot, you left this at my house.
Yeah.
No.
See what I mean?
No, but you know what I mean, though.
Well,
like, if you're going to, if something happens, that's who you get to call. Yes, they're not good. I wouldn't even say, oh, they're not perfect. They're not even good. But what they are is there, and nobody's going to call us and be like, hey, there's somebody with a shotgun at our door, and we're going to be like, all right, we'll go take care of it. These motherfuckers show up there.
Okay,
It's insane.
Don't act like we haven't both at some point in our lives gotten the call of like,
Of course, a million times.
hey, you need to beat this guy up.
A million times.
You know
But
what I
not
mean?
like, oh, there's a guy with a gun at my door. Come over here and do something. That's where these idiots come in. And they get here.
It is,
and they do it.
Okay, you know, I know.
So that's what I'm saying is they're pieces of shit. But they're also willing to go and fucking help an idiot that they don't know.
It is confusing. It's confusing.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Because I hate that.
I'm not for that, but I'm also like, well, what do we do without that?
I know.
How do you manage? It's impossible.
Where
do you
does
get that
the
plan?
rubber meet the road on this issue? Because what I'm tempted to say is that there would be growing pains, and that right now people are too reliant on that, like you said, the invisible fence. And I would think that if society developed to a point where people were more
It could. I agree with that.
communal and self-reliant,
Sure. Well, I think it wouldn't even happen as much.
you know,
If things were better, that wouldn't be a thing as much. There'd be outliers, but it wouldn't be like
actually, what is the motivator of 90% of violent crime is drugs.
Poverty.
Well, no, drugs
It's poverty.
drugs being illegal is what.
Sure.
If drugs were legal, you would instantly remove like 90% of gun crime from the country. You know what I mean?
True.
Unless they just found some other thing to shoot each other for. I don't know.
poverty
But,
and
like,
drugs, really. Those are the two drivers of just
These-
like violent, petty crime. Like, they're not petty, but you know what I'm saying? Like ground level bullshit, carjackings and fucking muggings and you know what I mean?
I don't think that's even a large percentage of violent crime, really. You know? I mean,
Well, no, if you're taking it all in, most of it's
Yeah.
like gang violence.
that's what I mean.
Yeah. So that's
Which
you
is
gotta,
all drug war.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you
that's
kind of.
it. Like-
But that's not. We're not subject to fucking gang violence. We're
but that's what I'm
subject.
saying, but when you talk about-
if anything happens to us,
when you talk about the totality of like violence in society,
Sure.
still-
Oh, yeah, if you could get-
took that out of it, how,
it would be pretty easy to get rid of.
wouldn't
a
things
lot of this.
actually look pretty peaceful for the most part? It's like you have random psychopaths, you have people that are on drugs sometimes want to steal something or hurt somebody to get something, but I mean, you're never going to stop. You can't stop it now. Law enforcement is doing nothing to stop that. Clearly, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's always
not even putting
It's
attention.
getting
in it,
worse.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like-
also, cops stopped doing anything. We were just saying that. So
Right.
I don't know. We're at 3 hours and 2 seconds, folks. Or
Is
2
that it?
minutes.